Emerald City Shakedown's in its 4th year running. The show's grown every year. I host the swap meet. Still got a lot going on. A lot of great cars. From what I've seen so far, a lot of cars we haven't seen before. So should be a really, really great year. I'm looking forward to it. First though, I'm going to take you guys over and show you the kickoff party that happened yesterday. And then we'll get back into the show and look at some cars. So this is the kickoff party we have every year before the show. We do it the day before, everybody cruises in, usually a pretty good turnout. Sign up for the show if you haven't already. Then you get a burger and maybe a milkshake over at Finn's. It's a pretty good time. You can see some cool cars. Everybody gets a little warmed up for what's going to happen the next day. It went as planned and we all had a good time. Now it's time for the main event though, Emerald City Shakedown. Let's go park some cars and get that party kicked off right. That was pretty obvious pretty early on. There were a lot of cars out that we hadn't seen before, and it was shaping up to be a pretty perfect day. Best year yet for the Shakedown. Definitely the right weather, the right cars, the right atmosphere, and the right people. It was a good show, I can tell you that. coolest things about the Shakedown is it's not just one of the premier car events in Oregon. It's also a fundraiser. And, these empty kennels here were filled up with puppies later on and really showed everybody the faces of who you're trying to help and who you're trying to support. So the Many Miles to Home Rescue is the benefactor of the Shakedown, and it's a really honorable cause. There were tons of great vendors out there, though. It was a really neat turnout. Everything from pin-up dresses to pinstripers. And there were some really cool custom shift knobs, all kinds of stuff. Really, I mean, from the food to the crafts and the other things. I mean, like, there's swap meet. There's so much out there for everybody. And there was some pretty legendary pinstriping talent out there. We had 3 artists, I believe, working all at once. And there was some cool stuff happening. Some really, really neat stuff got done during the show, and it really turned out cool. It's worth coming out, I'm telling you. It's not something you really want to miss. It's not like your typical lawn chair car show. This is definitely an event. There's live bands. There's all kinds of cool things to draw you out. Great time in the sun. Maybe some of you might remember this truck from the channel. We did these little bed extensions so you could fit his 32 Ford school bus on there. Sure looked good. Working it out great. Check out the video. It's on the channel.
So hard to find places to go and dress up and be appreciated. And suddenly the Springfield Car Show idea was getting birthed, and it's by Colt DeSando. And he came to us and said, would you ladies be willing to put on a pageant for us? And we were thrilled.
Tie you up now. I don't wanna do the thing. I don't wanna have you, baby. I just wanna have a fling. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy.
Man, those pinups did a good job, didn't they? It was a great show. Really appreciate Colt DeSando for putting it on. I had a great time. I know everybody else had a great time. Looking forward to next year. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.